Hi, I'm Joe from the Center for Arkansas Farms and Food, and today we're going to be starting a mini-series on organic record keeping. Today we'll be starting with input records. The National Organic Program requires farmers to keep records of all activities on their farm. This includes things like land use history, includes inputs such as pesticides. It also requires farmers to keep track of their harvest and sales information. Inputs that should be tracked and monitored on a farm include fertilizers, compost, seeds, pesticides, cleaners and sanitizers, and any other thing that is used on the farm to grow or produce your crops. Paper records are quick, easily accessible in the field or the pack shed where you can put down and track that information very quickly. However, they get dirty, they get lost, they get wet, and they can be difficult to read your handwriting 3 years, 5 years down the road, or whoever staff member left. On the other hand, digital records are often done on the computer, in the office, out and away from where you're actually doing the activity and when you're actually doing the activity. So you need to take time at the end of the day to come in and log those records separately, as opposed to just doing it here and now with paper records. New technology now is allowing us to have digital records on demand through our cell phones and tablets so that we can enter information immediately as we're doing it, but yet has all the advantages of being digital. Specific information that will need to be recorded for your inputs is date of application, what is being applied, who made the product, what field it is being applied to, what crop is it being applied to, why are you applying it, such as if it's a pesticide, what pests are you managing, what material or tool did you use to apply it, as well as what is the actual application rate for the product you're using. Many record templates are available from ATRA, the USDA Organic Program, as well as from your chosen certifier. Paper records have their advantage that they are field accessible and easy to use and fill out kind of on the fly as you're doing activities. However, they have their challenges. So challenges with paper records is that they get dirty outside in the field, and this is, fairly clean here, but you also have to worry about handwriting, whether it's actually legible and readable by somebody else down the road. If you make any sort of errors, here you can see I crossed out brassicas in the manufacturer column and then didn't go back and actually write it in. The paper records are also, you have to write pretty small and tuck in a lot of different information that you put onto the record. Digital records, such as records kept on spreadsheets, have the advantage that they are easy to enter information into. They're very easy to go in and change or edit if you've got the wrong field or the wrong crop. The downside of having digital records like this, though, is that they're not necessarily field accessible. So you have to sit down at the end of the day, come into the office and enter in your information rather than just writing it down right in the field or right when you're out in the pack shed as you're actually doing the activity. But you can take this to the next step with either creating your own app through like Google App Sheets or using a third-party software provider that actually allows you to have access to enter in records on your phone or on your tablet out in the field. So here I have a record for accessing and entering information for pest management. And this is all set up and it's going to tie back to my Google Sheet here. So we're going to enter in field high tunnel. We're going to select our tomato crop. We're going to apply, let's apply some dipel. Dipel is going to be at 1 pound per acre. Thank you, spell check. And we are treating for fruitworm. Hit the application method, so the sprayer that I'm using, and hit save. And so the nice thing with having a third-party software application or having it connected to your Google Sheets or Google App Sheets, you can enter in the data on the fly. And if we go back into our Google spreadsheet, we'll see that we just entered high tunnel 1, tomato, dipel, fruitworm, and it enters in all that information and tracks that whole piece of record keeping that I need to have. Digital records should be converted into an easily accessible format for your inspector. Usually this means printing them and saving them as a PDF. At the end of the season, take time to organize and store your records. Here we've got a binder where I can file my records into and store for the year and put them aside. Or you can take your records and scan them and save them as digital copies. However you do it, make sure you keep your records for at least 5 years. The National Organic Program does not dictate how records are kept. They could be kept via pencil and paper, they could be kept digitally, they could even be kept on whiteboards with just a photograph taken every week. What does matter is that records are kept for 5 years, they are available for inspectors to review at any time, and that those records paint a complete picture of what is being done on the farm over the course of the year. We hope you found this video helpful in understanding the requirements for keeping records on certified organic farms. See the resources list down below for more information and links to various templates that can help you keep track of your records. Like and subscribe to stay up to date as we release more videos on our record keeping mini-series.